I ask only this of you, fellow Autobots. Keep fighting the noblest of fights.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be ranking the top 5 best Transformers Optimus Prime figures that I currently own. But before we get into that, I want to have a quick chat with you guys about the Transformers stop motion series that I will be working on in the few months to come. Now, the only thing that will really make this possible is if you guys please leave a like, subscribe, comment on my videos to give me that support that I need to push through the months, to continue animating, and to keep making videos. So if you guys could please subscribe and get me to 500 subscribers, that'd be amazing, and that would help me tremendously. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Coming in at number 5, we have the Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition Optimus Prime. Now let's start out with the vehicle mode. Getting down to the vehicle mode, the sides look really good, top looks really good except for this little gap right here. And bottom looks like a typical Transformer figure from the bottom. From the front, he looks amazing. Great front profile. But sadly, where I take points off is in the back. That looks absolutely atrocious, especially because his fists are just popping out. I mean, come on, add a little flap right here and just at least let it flip down and cover those hands. But otherwise, vehicle mode looks really good despite it being a little gappy. So let's go into the robot mode. And as you can see here, the robot mode looks really good. Aside from a few nitpicks, so let's get into those. Where first off, his legs don't look really good, they're a bit clunky, and also if we look at the sides, you can see the smokestacks there, and I don't know, they just kind of stick out too much to me and makes it more kibbly, and I don't really like it, especially while animating. Another complaint that I have here is, on my copy at least, the right arm likes to pop off way too easily. I mean, you barely have to pull and it comes right off. However, he does also come with a matrix of leadership, and he does also have a battle axe, and he also has a pretty cool blaster that can tab into his arm. With all those considering, he's not a bad figure, but he definitely could have been a lot better in the robot mode department, which is why I rate him here in the 5th spot. And in the 4th spot, we have the mainline Transformers Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime from the mainline collection. Mainline Optimus Prime, and his vehicle mode is nice and compact. He has a gun on the back that you can put into his little trailer hitch. Not sure if you can put any other figure's trailer on him, but if you can, feel free to comment down below which figure's trailer that would be, and I'd love to try to get that figure with his trailer to attempt it in the future. But as we come to the sides, very snug, very nice. Kind of short a little bit, but it's alright. Coming in at the front, looks very nice. And I added a little Autobot sticker here, just because I kind of felt like it. And here at the top, looks very nice. The feet are a bit distracting, especially at the side profile. I probably should have mentioned that during the side profile. Here in the back, very nice back, except for right here, of course, where it is just open and gaping. So that is it for the vehicle mode. And as for the robot mode, it looks very nice. It is very posable, as you can see in these pictures I have taken. It looks amazing, and honestly, I used to use this one as my main Optimus Prime to animate with, and it's very good. I had a really good reason for it, and I honestly love this figure, and I only have one nitpick with him. That one nitpick being that his head articulation was very poor. It couldn't go up, and technically it could go down, but that's what's cheating the transformation. Otherwise though, I'd say this figure is really good, and that's why he's ending up here in the number 3rd spot. He's a really good figure, and if you got him at the time, then good for you. And leading us into the top 3, we have the Transformers Studio Series 102 Optimus Prime. Checking out his vehicle mode, I will not be counting anything that is a part of the upgrade kit, so if we were to take a look at this as its base mode, earlier it would have had this kicked up against there, which looked horrendous. This back piece right here was not there, so it would just be hollow. and these smokestacks would be facing the right direction. And for the feet, it would just look terrible from right here. So the back of the vehicle mode from this angle will look absolutely horrendous, terrible. And from the side, it would have also looked terrible, and even from the top. But from the front, it looks amazing. Such an amazing figure from the front, and with this upgrade kit, it definitely makes it look a lot better. But we aren't going to be counting upgrade kits as a part of this. But in its base mode of a vehicle mode, it looks really nice. You've probably seen product pictures of just the base mode where it's just kicked up right here and it tabs against something right here and it just looks terrible. But this looks really good. I mean, the robot mode makes well up for what the vehicle mode has missed severely. And here in the robot mode, we can see this is a really great sculpt. I mean, it's definitely posable and it's got all the articulation. But the part where it falls apart is really just the smokestacks and what it could have had. And in the number 2 spot, we have the Bayverse Optimus Prime. Due to there being so many molds of him, I will not add a specific number. As we take a closer look at the vehicle mode, we can see that it is very nicely well done. The side profile looks good, the back looks good, and from the top, it looks just as good. A complaint that I have, of course, like many others, is the smokestacks right here. They probably could have been a little longer, but due to the robot mode, they had to be shaved down a little shorter. So that is quite unfortunate. I also wish that they would have found a way to fill this gap, but those are just minor nitpicks. On my copy from the front does look good when you can tab in that front part right there. But I broke up the tab to my front part, trying to pull it apart like this instead of pushing one side and then pulling out. So that is certainly a my mistake thing. So I won't count that off for points. But otherwise, the vehicle mode looks really good. So let's see if the robot mode can compare. And it most certainly can. It can pull off so many dynamic poses. It is beautiful. It is so well balanced. You can see it kicking with one leg on the ground. It's just posable and well balanced, and it's a really good robot mode with such good articulation, and I love it so much. And I'm glad that this was the first ever Optimus Prime that I got to animate with. And last but not least, at our number 1 spot, we have Transformers Commander Class Optimus Prime from Generation 1. And my god, is this figure beautiful. Before getting into the actual truck, I just want to mention the incredible blast effects that it comes with so that you can recreate him blasting upwards. That's such an amazing detail, and I'm glad that they added that. Looking at the vehicle mode, look at this masterpiece. It is absolutely beautiful. Aside from the back, of course, but it's just a small nitpick. I mean, you could probably find fillers for an upgrade kit online somewhere. The back of this figure is just amazing, though, especially with the taillights and the side angle. The side angle just looks beautiful. Oh my god. This Optimus Prime really does look amazing, and I just love how it looks. Coming in here at the top, though, it looks really great. Everything's filled in. Smokestacks are very, very flimsy, though. Like, you just barely have to tap it, and it'll go into like a full-on helicopter. And coming in at the front, whoo, that front is cartoon accurate and beautiful. Oh my god. I don't know how they managed to do this, but I'm gonna glaze this figure to my grave. It just looks amazing and it's beautiful. And looking here at the bottom is mostly filled in, except for like a gap here and, you know, obviously a big open spot right there. But otherwise, gaps are great. So let's look at the trailer and see how that compares to the robot mode. And looking at this gargantuan trailer, look at it. It is beautiful, completely accurate. The kickstand can kick out and it looks great. We also have these extra little kickstands, which is for the trailer's transformation, which we will get more on about later. But you can also do this if you'd like. So they just Holy, this thing is huge. Let me bring this up. Look at this. This thing is absolutely massive. So obviously this has a lot of different components. These can flip down. And so if we take it to the back, we can flick that down and we have a little storage compartment. What I like to put in this storage compartment is the little blast effects that I talked about earlier. So you can put these in here, just like you'd put shoes in a shoebox. It's gonna be a little cramped in there, but that's alright. And then you just flick it back up, and that's how you store that. Now let's transform this thing, which it's a very simple transformation, but it is still cool nonetheless. You can just flick that down. You can also fit a transformer in here if you'd like. You can fit probably a really small one like a Bumblebee. I'm not going to do that right now, but let's just open this up from the top, and we can just feel free to pick that up, and you have your battle station mode, which, oh my, this thing is quite huge. As you can see right here, you can store the blast effects from the blaster. You have the blaster right here, you have roller, and you have this little grabby thingy. I don't know how to describe it, but it can grab, and he has his Energon axe right here. So when he's in robot mode, you can just put him right on in here. The little claw thing can pretend to do repairs on him. It is fully articulatable, and it looks very nice. So aside from that, this is the trailer. It looks very nice. If you also want to get it on the floor, nice and flat, you can feel free to flick these out. And this is the main reason why we have these, is so that then there's enough support for each side. So just flick those out, and boom, you have yourself a very, very nice looking area over here where you can just kind of have Optimus lay around. You know, you can have him use this as a blaster. The blaster effects can tab into there, as I will show later. A closer look at Roller. It is really small, but it does serve a few purposes. If you take this little claw thing we have here, you can tab it right into there, and you get a Roller with a claw arm. And this claw arm can extend very, very long. So this thing can extend pretty tall, and the claw arm is very well with articulation, and the claw can open up a little bit other way. There we go. So you can make him go snap. And he does have a little radar thing right there. And as for the aforementioned blaster effects, they can tab in right here. So you can have Optimus pretend to use him as a turret, if you so desire. And you can just snap him back down and put him back into place. Nice and easy. Sorta nice and easy. There we go. Oh, he doesn't want to tab in. That's okay. So, as for the rest of this, another cool thing you can do is when you're in here, inside the battle area, you can just tab this back into here. Let me just line up the holes. There we go. And what you can do here is you see these two tabs, see this hole, you can put the tabs into the hole, and that keeps Roller from rolling around. So that is basically it for the trailer. So let's take a look at Optimus Prime in his robot mode.
And oh my god, this is why he's a commander class. I mean, look at that robot mode. It is just commanding. It has presence, it has aura. All of the stuff that he comes with too even enhances that. The Matrix of Leadership, the Battle Axe, the Blaster with blast effects. It's all just adding to the aura that this soul figure has. And I can't wait to animate with him in my new series. It's for good reason. This figure looks really cool, and he's probably going to be really fun to animate with. I am so glad that I get to call this the #1 spot for Optimus Prime. And this is probably the best G1 Optimus, and maybe the best Optimus Prime figure, period. So without further ado, this is your #1, Generation 1 Commander Class Optimus Prime. For those of you who've made it all the way through this entire 15 to 16-ish minute video, thank you so much for sticking around until the end, and I cannot wait to see you guys in further videos. If you guys could please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, give me some good feedback, hit the notification bell as well so you're notified to whenever I make a new video or whenever I make a new announcement on the series. That'd help out so much, and your support means so much to me. And honestly, I'm ready to start a whole new future for my channel. I mean, it's definitely going to be a lot more different from how I started. I mean, making live streams and video games and just all the random stuff I used to do. So you guys supporting me will definitely help out a lot, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye.